Hello, guitar enthusiasts of every stripe and description. It's Steve, the OG guitar nut, coming to you bed-headed, bright-tailed and bushy-eyed, wearing my pajamas early in the morning on Wednesday, August 16th, is it? I don't know. I'm half asleep. I worked 17 hours yesterday. Have to be back at work again this morning. Got 4 hours sleep. I really should still be asleep, but I didn't order one of these damn things so that I could not be one of the first people on YouTube to do a review. And I've got to work again all day today, and probably tomorrow as well. Soccer finals. We're driving for the teams. Not important. What is important is Fender has collaborated with Loog on arguably one of the strangest instruments they've ever offered. And I was one of the first to place an order directly from Fender.com to get one of these things. So I'm going to unbox this, and we're going to check it out together. That sounds like something fun. Stick around. If not, go back to sleep like I wish I could. So, without any further ado, let's get this thing open. First thing you'll notice right off the bat is this is a really small box. Which makes me think this must be a really small instrument, unless it's like some kind of Doctor Who nonsense and it's bigger inside than outside. Alright. Don't run with scissors, kids. Grandma was right. Oh, right. More tape areas than I realized. 6 of them, in fact. There we go. So let's get a look at what Fender sends. Okay. Interesting packaging. It's got this cool kind of an insert here. A picture of the Loog 3-string Strat. Oh, I see. It's the second box. It's exactly what it is. It's double boxed. And this is actually a sleeve that comes off. Interesting. What a cute little box. Warning, plastic bags can be dangerous. To avoid danger of suffocation, keep this plastic bag away from babies and children. Oh, take that under advisement. Let's see. What do we have in the box besides the instrument itself? We have a cool little sticker that says "Hello Rockstar" and shows some little monster kind of guy. A little book. Says Leo Fender for Kids. Oh, it's actually the story of Leo Fender, written for children. And what an incredibly flattering portrait of Leo. Well, and some more stickers, Hello Rockstar and Loog. Okay. And here's this cute little bag. Again, Hello Rockstar. I believe this would be the chord flashcards that I heard about. Again, keep in mind this thing is meant to be teaching kids. So, interesting. The other few mentions I've seen of this instrument online suggested that this be tuned to open G, meaning low to high, G, B, D. I intended to tune it G, B, E like the top 3 strings of a standard guitar, which is exactly what they're suggesting. So I don't know where these other people, maybe they just didn't have one. Take care of your Loog guitar, the Loog app. Oh, I see. So they give you a flashcard, the name of the chord, and another little monster creature, and a diagram of how you play that chord on the 3-string guitar. This is actually kind of brilliant. So kudos to Loog. I assume this is something similar to what they package with their standard guitars. I actually bought one of their earliest acoustics. Still got it in the closet. It was unplayable. The action at the nut was, I mean, I could stick my whole finger under the strings. I could have done something about it, but I just never found time. I don't know. I'm meandering. All right, let's see what we got here. Anticipate this being one of the cutest things ever. I felt the same way about the little Fender Mando casters, which they, for some ridiculous reason, renamed the Mando Strat when they last reintroduced them. Stupid name. It doesn't look like a Strat. It's a Mando caster. I really want one, but they were $2.99, which was fine. By the time I got the cash together to buy one, they'd been discontinued. Now they're selling for like $1,000. Fender should just reissue them again. But, okay, burial shroud comes off. Oh, yeah. That is just, I don't care who you are, that is just nothing but cute. 3 little ferrules, a Fender X Loog neck plate, made in China, 3 generic sealed tuners, Fender Stratocaster by Loog logo. Actually, very smooth fret ends, very squared neck, what I guess it'd have to be. The coolest little pickup ever, 3-string bridge. Wow, and I just realized the tiniest neck bolts ever. Let's see, is there any chance? Oh, none. It's a nasty sitar sound. I hope that's not indicative of. Let's get a look here. Well, no, it's clearing the frets fine. Must be a nut issue. Insufficient pressure. Well, you can get some nice sitar sounds. Okay. Let's think here. Gotta put on my thinking cap here. This is the top 3 strings of a guitar. I don't have a tuning reference. Oh, yeah, I do. Okay. Oh, the sitar issue kind of goes away as soon as it gets tuned up to pitch. Checking in. Okay. How did that go? Traveling Wilburys. There it is. Ah. Well, it definitely likes the D shape. Let's see, try to remember my chord inversions. All D's. It actually plays really well. Can't say much about how it sounds. Of course, the strings need stretched. I don't think there's actually any tuning issues. So, by their reckoning, they would say to play a G by just fingering this note, which you could. You know, technically this would be the G I'd want, but... So, very cool. So the basic shapes you would use, of course, would be your D shape, this G shape, Get your minors in. Let's have that solo to Memphis, Tennessee go. Cool. Well, this is really a cool instrument. It's certainly cute as anything. Oh, what the hell. I've got the Bob Katana right here. Yeah, sure, it's 4:30 in the morning and the wife's trying to sleep, but I'll keep it quiet. Let's see, turn this down to half watt. Ooh, it's still on. Note to those of you out there thinking about getting a Katana, even at the half watt setting, it's louder than you think. Now, those of you who've watched the show any amount of time know, I've mentioned before, I literally learned how to play guitar by playing along with the first couple of REM albums, just figuring things out. And that's why a very large component of my guitar style always came down to arpeggiating the top 3 strings, which is why I know all these shapes. So, actually sounds really good through the pickup. In fact, the shortcomings of the tone I was getting acoustically are completely forgiven as soon as you plug it in. You can still do the starting thing. I predict I'm going to have a hell of a lot of fun with this little guy. Yeah. So, here's the bottom line question. Is it worth $199? In a nutshell, my initial feeling is to say I'd be a whole lot more comfortable if it had been $99, just because of what it is. But ultimately, that name on the headstock is what makes the difference. And if I'm honest, I have a sneaking suspicion that these things could, I mean, even though they have the potential of being, you know, a big hit, since they are actually really cool and could really get some kids started on guitar. My overall feeling is this is something that's probably going to fall by the wayside and wind up being a valuable collectible in the future. And if so, you can remember you heard it here first. Then again, they might become ubiquitous and wind up all over the place and be available at every Goodwill and Salvation Army store in another year. Who knows? But I doubt it. Bottom line is, though, I dig it. Yeah. So you got a little one out there, a young child who's interested in getting started. I could also see maybe people who are physically challenged in some way, might otherwise have a difficult time playing a regular guitar. You could still do what other YouTube people have assumed was the case and tune this to an open G. just go ahead and bring this top string down to D. And all of a sudden this becomes an open G. Let's see. Yep, sure works. Yep, it does the open G thing nicely. So yeah, if you had someone that was physically challenged, or for that matter, if you had a kid that wanted to play, that you weren't concerned about learning real guitar later on, this would be a great way for them to just have something to strum along to. If you got like a budding Taylor Swift at home trying to write his or her first songs, lay down a finger and you got chords, you know. That would work very nicely as well. But as I said before, if you are buying this with the intention of that kid eventually learning to play standard guitar, go ahead and tune it, you know, G, B, E like the top 3 strings of a regular guitar. Then they can incorporate all these shapes that they've learned onto the bigger guitar later. Either way, yeah, it's a cool thing. I wish it were a little less expensive. But again, Fender chose to put their name on the headstock and not make this a Squier product. So I get it. I get why it's $199. Yeah, I dig the hell out of it. So, Loog by Fender Stratocaster 3-string. What a cool idea. It's only 1 string away from the idea that I had. Of course, mine was a lot bigger. That's what he said. While I've got you here, let me, of course, remind you to naturally subscribe and like and click the bell and tell a friend and share and all that happy nonsense. Still gathering names for our first ever giveaway celebrating us zipping right past 500 subscribers. Last I checked, we're actually nearing 600 now. Those chips and videos really do the trick. Again, we've got a Super Fuzz, a graphic EQ, and an Ultra Octaver. Subscribe to the channel and mention below in the comments which of these 3 pedals you would choose if your name was drawn to be the happy recipient, and you could well be said happy recipient. That's all I'm going to say for now. I've got to go get in the shower. Oh, I will say one other thing, or 2. Let's call it 3. Stay cool. Stay frosty. Be good to yourself and others. Oh, and number 4, play the damn guitar, even if it's only 3 strings. This is Steve, bright-tailed and bushy-eyed. Talk to you soon.